Hello, I'm Kyle Loxton, joined by Kyle, and you're now listening to the SoulInsights Podcast. Let it rain, be the forecast. C&K coming through with a new broadcast. UK raised at a show on the dog tag. Everything changed, but we always stay on track. Straight face in the place, yeah, I'm on that. Every week a new episode on tap. Same phase, new pace, better contact. Socials, SoulInsights Index, we follow that. Follow that. Follow that. Follow that.
Right, hello and welcome back.
Hi.
We're going to be reviewing Drake's new album today. It dropped today as well, which is the 6th of October.
For All the Dogs. Specify what the name is.
Yeah, For All the Dogs.
So, yeah,
do you know what number album it is?
Hey?
Do you know what number album it is?
It's the 8th studio album. But it's the 15th project I think you discovered, wasn't it?
Yeah, like
something
that's been
like
on streaming services.
Yeah, there's probably more. There's probably like 50 in there.
Loads of mixed, yeah.
Oh, well. Right.
Kick into it. We're doing a weekly catch-up first. We're going into it.
Yeah, what's happened?
Much happened to you?
No.
I've dyed my hair, which for the audio listeners doesn't mean shit.
It's bleach blonde, platinum blonde.
Yeah.
Like, it is bright.
Yeah, light bulb hair.
Yeah.
It's going to just grow it out because why not? You'll probably see it in the upcoming video, actually.
I mean, yeah, when this video comes out,
yeah,
then you can, obviously see what you actually look
like.
Yeah,
You
look like a round mug.
No, what was it? No, I don't know what you said. Yeah.
Hey?
What about you? We can catch up. You said any less of a tip than I normally do.
Nothing constructive this week. Just going to work and living my best life.
Okay.
Which is shit.
Right, straight into it. Music recommendation, mate.
Right, so we're going for each of our favourite songs off the project. So you're going first. So what one?
So we're doing top song or top three?
No, we'll do top three later. So what is your one song that you recommend?
Away From Home.
Okay.
It's my favourite Drake song on the album.
Okay, so I've forgotten the name. The one with J. Kyle.
Okay, first person shooter.
First person shooter. So I'll go with that one then.
Okay. So probably add both, is it?
Add both to the SI playlist, SI Pod playlist on Spotify for all of you guys.
Yeah, SI Pod playlist. So there'll be the two songs added to it. Right. That's it, isn't it?
TV, film, game.
Yep.
So I'm going to have to come to you in a minute because I can't remember what they're called, but I'll run through mine. So you got Loki TV new season, so season 2 came out. But apparently it's shit.
Probably.
So, jokes, but check it out anyway. It's Marvel, isn't it? So it's big budget. Game, I've gone with, just because it had a patch update, so Red Dead Redemption Remastered.
Was it?
The one that came out, they brought it out on PS4, didn't they? Mm. They've done 60 FPS for PS5 now, so people are actually warming to it a bit more. There's more reason to buy it because it's actually something better about it. So at some point, I still need to play Red Dead 2.
Yeah, exactly.
But,
can't even chat about anyone.
Get it, yeah. Film, Sorax, because we went to watch it. It was Joke's film. There was some strange man sat in the middle. Like he was going to take notes on the film and just start getting lit with it, basically.
Like going to the cinema on your own, but it looked like you were John Kramer himself, jotting down the notes,
definitely.
Probably started laughing.
You watched a film, whatever it was.
The Place Beyond the Pines.
Yeah,
Ryan Gosling, Bradley Lee Cooper, Eva Mendes. Banging, underrated film. I would recommend watching it if you're into your cinematography.
Yeah.
But Sorax, mate, would you recommend?
Yeah, definitely. It's better than some of the previous ones, some of the newer ones. So.
And this one, you don't necessarily need to watch any of the other Saws to really understand the storyline.
It helps if you know who
certain
the old
characters
dude
might be.
is.
And Amanda, who she actually is.
Yeah, but other than that, you don't need to know anything else. So you could just go and watch it blind.
Yep.
So
was it as gory as you reckon as the others? It's pretty intense, I think.
It's quite intense, but at the same time, it's
a couple of the contraptions are pretty
jokes. You think of the worst when it comes to Saw. So not some of the stuff I've watched, but jokes. So
right, that's it. Yeah, TV film game.
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm done on that.
Right, we'll go into cocktail of the week is a margarita. So you may now take a short break from your maraca lessons while we study the anatomy of the margarita. Ooh. The main ingredient is distilled from a plant called the agave, is it? Which grows in the area around the Mexican town of Tequila. Nothing else is genuine tequila, no matter what it says on the label, supporting the tequila or disguising its taste depending on your point of view. It's triple sec, a colourless orange flavoured liqueur. The most important ingredient, is the ritual dance performed by whoever is actually making the drink. First, you rub the rim of the glass with the rind of a lemon or lime. You then dip the rim in salt. Next, shake 1.5 ounces of tequila and a half of an ounce of triple sec with ice, using the shaking motion learned in your maraca lessons and strain into the glass. The result will bring tears to a gringo's eyes. So margarita.
Pizza.
Yeah,
Nice and standard, that one, really.
standard cocktail, to be honest. You probably would have had it. So triple sec is insane as well. So there you go. So sip a margarita whilst listening to Drake. You probably would be, to be honest. I reckon that is his Drake's cocktail.
Anything, and just alcohol.
Yeah.
Just alcohol to numb the pain.
Yep.
Yeah.
There was a video of him taking some cheap alcohol, and you saw him pull a face after drinking it, going, "What is this cheap shit?"
Yeah, because he'll be used to like fucking thousands and thousands, won't he? Like
hundreds and thousands.
Oh, just hundreds, exactly. Like
yeah,
the finer things in life.
Yep.
Yeah.
So there you go. Do that. What are we doing now? Dictionary of Obscure Sorrows by John Koenig. Chapter 2, The Interior Wilderness, defining who you are from the inside out. And the words are deep gut. A resurgent emotion that you hadn't felt in years, that you might have forgotten about completely if your emotional playlist hadn't actually been left on shuffle. So it's a random emotion that you haven't felt in a while. Maybe it's a bit like a mad sense of nostalgia or something, like, you know, or a sudden... So for you, it's probably happiness, isn't it?
It comes back. It comes
sudden urge of happiness.
You see somebody that you haven't seen in a long time, and suddenly like feelings come up.
Yeah, like a mad surge of emotion, isn't it? It's probably sometimes it could be overwhelming. Like, you know, like the army people when they come back and the dog reunites with them, like they probably get that feeling because they go mad, don't they?
Fuck the partner.
They go,
the dog's more important.
Yeah, the dogs go crazy, so they have deep cut. Right. Yeah.
I think we're on to
main topic.
Jizzle Drake.
Yeah.
The Gizzle, whatever you want to call
for
him.
all the dogs.
Jizzy Drake.
Drizzy Drake.
Right. Initial thought in like a few words.
I thought it was decent.
I'd say the same thing, having not exactly been a Drake listener
compared
in the past
to his previous two projects, which you've recently come back to Drake for. Do you think this was his better one out of Her Loss and Honestly Nevermind?
Her Loss, I don't actually know. Like, I can't think of what's on there.
That's how much of an impact it made.
Yeah, exactly. Well, because Honestly Nevermind was so bad.
Honestly Nevermind.
Honestly Nevermind. I didn't really pay much attention to it and think that about listening to him. I just remember that it's that woman's heads, and they've made a meme now of her being bold on the front of the cover, haven't they? On her, so.
Well, this cover is pretty cool. It's like
so that's what I was going to say. That's my first thought, is the cover is banging.
Yeah.
It's so simple, but it catches your eye, and
it's cool. It's good involved,
jokes,
isn't it? Yeah. And like you said, they took over a runway in Germany. And the whole runway, was just like that dog. And
it's a cool idea.
There is a video before the... what was the song? They managed to interview the kid to actually say what the story is of what he drew. 8 a.m. in Charlotte.
Right, okay.
There's something linked to it. The kid explains the story of why he drew that. Demon dogs.
Why not? He's a kid. He's going to draw stuff, isn't he?
Yeah.
Fuck it.
But I'd say it's up there. Like you said, I can see there's aspects of old Drake in it.
Right.
But I still feel like it's his usual self now. His vibe as well. So it's just a mixture of the two, I would say.
Fair enough. I mean, as I say, I haven't listened to old stuff really. Only the stuff that like used to come on the radio or the TV, or it's like popular, so it was everywhere. Yeah. So you'd always hear it. I've never actually sat down and listened to a Drake project.
That's mad.
Until now, until today. Yeah.
That's mad.
Exactly.
Like, did you not play him in school? It literally is everywhere when I was in school.
Only if he came up. That was Logic. Go.
That's mad. But yeah, I don't know. We had a group of people that just non-stop played Drake. Any house party, just Drake.
Yeah, see.
So that's what it reminds me of. Kid Ink and Drake were like the two.
If it was on, it was on. That's where my mindset was. But I didn't listen to music as much as you did. Yeah. So, yeah, you lived with it. I didn't bother. Yeah. So.
What else? Yeah, that's what we say. Initial thoughts, I'd say recommend checking it out.
Yeah, so...
I don't actually think that you didn't have to skip any of the songs from your initial playthrough.
No, it didn't feel like you were sat there listening to something for the sake of it.
You felt like you were forced to listen. You're actually enjoying your playthrough.
Second playthrough, I'll say it felt like you could skip certain stuff. And it'd be a bit more like that, and you'd pick out your favourites. Yeah. And go from there, really. But
which is why I'd say I'm not sure where I'd rank it at the minute, which we'll go on to in a sec. Whether if it grew on you, would it go up or would it just stay in its place? Yeah. Like, I think Travis Scott Utopia has grown on people, when it like before it initially came out. But I don't know about this. I think it will just stay its place for me.
So
I'm not sure if it'll move.
Because you just mentioned that of Travis Scott.
Yeah,
is so much better.
you like it compared to Utopia?
I'd rather sit here and listen to this than Utopia. I'm not saying Utopia was bad, but I understand why Drake is thought of as he is. But Travis Scott, I don't get it.
Fair enough.
Like I listen to his stuff and I'm like, it sounds like any other person. Whereas Drake, which I'll bring on to one of the questions, which I said I was going to throw at you, is what do you think makes Drake stand out from anybody else?
Yeah.
What do you think makes him sound different? Like, what gives him something unique, would you say?
I would normally say it was like his lyrics back in there.
So with his older stuff then?
Yeah, I thought it was more like thought out. His lyrics is rather than just like bitches and alcohol and stuff. Like he sometimes would go on about like maybe relationship breakups and actually go a bit deep with what he's saying.
Right.
And I guess that's when they came out with Drake fuckboy lyrics, because it's kind of like you're trying to get girl in their feelings to try and get with her as well.
Yep.
Like you're trying to do it like that. But I don't know. And then I thought like he was a bop, like when he was mainstream. It's just the connections he had, because he came through with Tiger, Lil Wayne, Nicki Minaj. So they're like club bangers, aren't they?
He's always been one for collabing with big artists.
Yeah, exactly. He's just his connections in the industry as well. Like just makes him who he is. Like I think everyone likes him. I'm not sure. He probably has beef like any rapper, but I think he's pretty well liked.
He's got, I think it was 242 songs with over 100 million streams.
Yeah.
So that's like fucking ridiculous. The next person on the list was on like 100.
But him as a performer is amazing as well. Like him as a show, like just. I do think like it before you would completely put a full stop on an artist, like judging them, I would say maybe listen to their old stuff, listen to their new stuff, and see them live if you really like them.
Right.
Because then you can see what they're like as an actual person, like on stage before like the studio. Because they might be dead on stage,
yeah,
but they might sound cool as a project, or might be vice versa. The music might be average, but live, because that's what I think of Travis Scott. I think live,
he'd be insane.
He's mental, yeah, because the sort of like crowd that he generates. I don't mind his music. I like his older stuff, but like you say, live it kind of just confirms.
So does Drake still tour?
Yeah, he tours around UK, like USA. I don't know where. Hopefully, he does like another UK. Because the time when I saw him, it was Boy Meets World tour, and that sold out in like 2 seconds.
I can imagine this being impossible to get tickets now.
Yeah, like the
like
big
resale, like
stuff.
thousands kind of thing.
But you should just do like do the Icon tour or something. Have Eminem, Drake, like do all the massive names in the industry do a tour, like and just watch the whole world shut down. Like.
Imagine, I'd be mental.
But he was good live like that. Like to be honest, seeing him, so I can just imagine what it'd be like now, like with the clout he has. But yeah,
right. We've already kind of touched on it. But favourite song is
mine's Away From Home.
So that's the same. Yeah, I'll say the same.
One thing I would say from that is if you ever listen to Big Sean, What a Year, it's very similar to that style of rap, which I really like. Yeah, it's just constant flow and just like reflecting on your career and life, isn't it? Just constantly. I said to you, I could listen to that song for like 20 minutes, like just him touching on like aspects of his life and stuff, just non-stop. Good. What about yours? What did you say it was? First person shooter.
Well, no, favourite's the same as you.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. Just first-person shooters up there. I'd say number 2.
Yeah.
And then if I say number 3 is... Oh, I can't remember the names because they're on my phone. It was between the Pluto song...
I got it on here.
The Pluto song, wherever that is. What would Pluto do?
Oh, yeah, what would Pluto do?
And then it was the one with Scissor and... thingy.
No, Rich Baby Daddy.
Yeah, just because
of the chorus.
It's essentially but the features are decent in it as well. So that was close second for features because it's I don't know, it just works. But J. Cole's the best feature.
Okay, for you.
He's got a line about how him and Drake pointing at each other like Spider-Man.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
The Spider-Man meme, yeah, which is jokes.
Okay, so that's
top 3.
So my number 1 is Away From Home. My number 2 is Drew Picasso. So I like part of the lyrics, which I'll go on to, isn't it? Yeah. But I do like the second part of that, and first person shooter, just because I think Drake and J. Cole go well together.
They do, yeah. Saying they're bigger than whatever it is. I can't remember what they say. The lyrics.
Don't know.
They're bigger than fucking everything, aren't they?
Yeah. That's a bit of like an iconic song. Like if you think of Status, I'm not gonna lie. And my favorite feature is Party Next Door. Because I always think they slap whenever they're on a song.
The straight face line.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Say it with a straight face.
Yeah, exactly. I had to be straight.
I had to screen record it and send it to you because freight straights. Right. Yeah, that's it.
Freight straight.
So favourite features Party Next Door, yours is... I did think the Bad Bunny and...
It was a cool song.
It was quite cool. Like, I can imagine it like body boppers dancing to it, isn't it? Like a step up sort of song.
If it had a little bit more English in it. I'm not knocking the... Is it Spanish?
Yeah, I don't know. He's Puerto Rican, so...
I'm not knocking the language that obviously it's sung in. But if there was a little bit more English in it, it'd be better. Like, say Drake did his entire bit in English, and then you had Bad Bunny in the Latino language, then I think it'd be better.
Yeah,
because you can at least you can understand more, you can extract more from the lyrics when you don't understand it. But it works. Like, it sounds cool. Yeah, it's a cool. And
you can see like why Bad Bunny is how big he is, I guess, because he does go well on those sort of beats, doesn't he?
Yeah, that's it. The foreign language, the foreign to us language,
goes with that.
Works with the beat.
Yeah.
Rather than if it was all English, it might not work as well.
Yeah.
So.
But I do think it fair play to him for branching out and like speaking in different languages, because he's done a couple other singles like that in the past where he just goes in different languages.
As well.
It's pretty cool if you can. Yeah, like why not? Just do it all in French.
Right. Lyrics.
Right. So standalone lyrics. I've got a handful.
I've got that many.
Yeah, I've got the projects under it though to rank. So I've got calling for you. All of my kids get left in her mouth. She says she don't believe in abortions. That's 21 Savage said that.
What's that referring to?
If 21 Savage said that, banter, but if Drake said that as well, yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. Right, first person shooter mode. Will they ever give me flowers? Well, of course not. They don't want to have that talk because it's a sore spot. They know the boy, the one they got a boycott. I told Jim and Jammer I use a Grammy as a doorstop. Which do you think, if you won a Grammy for your work, do you reckon you'd just use like a trophy as a doorstop? Because it is just a thing gathering dust on a shelf, isn't it, at the end of the day? Let's be honest.
How many does he have?
A lot.
Exactly. So that makes
the amount of times he's been nominated has been on jokes.
But then you say that if you won a World Cup medal, would you want to use it as a fucking spoon?
Yeah, because World Cup is probably there's one, but then yeah, it's probably a bit cocky there.
I'm saying like there's this major achievement that you've been able to win.
Yeah.
Would
still cocky with it.
Would you disrespect?
What's the doorstop?
The winning item, essentially, the trophy, the medal, the prize. Let's say, would you disrespect it?
It's a bit of a flex where he's like, I think NF would do something like that.
Yeah,
don't you think? I think Eminem would do something. I don't even think he'd bother attending.
It's like Messi. What does he do with his Ballon d'Ors? He's got 7 of them. What's he supposed to do?
Oh no, the World Cup, wasn't it? Even put that to that. That was a banter picture.
Well, yeah, that's his pride and joy.
But the Ballon d'Ors, like, if you won one, I guess it's like amazing. But once you're on like your 8th, it's like, what am I meant to do with these? Because I think Ricky Gervais said something like that with his like BAFTAs or whatever the
especially BAFTAs
series get. I'm not really too sure what they get. But like Oscar as well, that must be hard because that's like you probably get one in your career. But if you get multiple, like
Nobel
using
Prize.
an Oscar as a doorstop would be a joke.
Nobel Prize. A bit mad, wouldn't
it? It's just like the point where like you just don't care.
Yeah.
You just made work that people like. Yeah. Okay, next
big.
project. Yeah. I don't know. I admire it in some way, but I can understand like some people probably work their ass off and not get anywhere near it. And there's someone here that just drops a single and gets one. Like, fair enough. I think a AI song has been nominated for a Grammy now. Like, that's been uproar in the industry.
Stupid.
Computer.
Yeah. Fucking.
But they said because someone might have written the lyrics, AI. Like, just because it's an AI-generated voice, it's still getting nominated for a Grammy. Because it's like someone's created the lyrics. I'm not a fan of that, I'm not going to lie. As a fellow musician,
but that's
not a fan. Suck yourself. AI,
the world
suck yourself.
Goes.
Succulent.
Fucking succulent.
Right, slime you out. Saying that I'm too guarded with my feelings. Who the fuck even asked you?
It's like when somebody pipes up at work and they say something, you just turn around and it's like, who the fuck asked you?
Exactly.
Who told you could speak?
Exactly.
Yeah, like, know your place.
Drew Picasso said we got each other back and then you put the knife in it like the kitchen drawer. Way I'm feeling on this album, really took it easy on you, could have written more. If the shoe was on the other foot and it was me, it would have been guerrilla war. Since you knew I got a soft spot for you, this has turned into a civil war. Probably the best lyrics on the project. Not going to lie, personally.
Okay.
It's well cool, though. The way how we flipped it, You know what I mean?
No.
Guerrilla war, when it's against each other, seeing as I still have a soft spot for you, it's still a civil war. Like, you're still friendly.
Yeah.
So mad lyrics.
The best lyrics in the Daddy song, anyway.
I didn't actually write it down. I should have, isn't it? It's actually so profound. I didn't actually feel like I deserved to.
Bend down, ass up, fucking get your coochie fucking puckered up, whatever it was, yeah. Anyway.
8 a.m. in Charlotte. Diamonds do the silly dance. I raise up the wine glass. Metal detectors beeping in security bypass. The numbers going up. Someone pull up the line graph. The days are going by. It's like I'm living in time lapse. Cool. Just cool way of it, how it flows.
Okay.
Do you reckon?
Probably sounds better when Drake's saying it.
Yeah, exactly. I'm just reading it like some sort of poet. But yeah, self-explanatory. Just like it flows quite well when you're saying it, I guess.
Yeah.
Another late night. This is Little Yachty's line. She had big tits like Billie Eilish, but she couldn't sing. Banter. It says drip afterwards. Is that his ad-lib?
Drip.
Random.
That's because that's what his cock's doing.
Away from home. Give a fuck if they remember. Absolute bar. I was in the club getting lost in the crowd. Wasn't doing what I wanted to do. I do what was allowed. Banter. See. So it felt like he was suppressed, really, to be honest. You had to do what you were allowed to do, like not what you wanted to do. Yeah. Because what you want to do probably isn't allowed because it's classed as fun. Escape the Matrix, people.
What's wrong with not having fun?
Escape the simulation. Right, and polar opposites, last song. Either it's your text that I'm misreading or it's just your actions are misleading. I just know the tension is increasing. It's plenty people dead to me still breathing. I mean, that's a bar.
Yeah.
Plenty other ways to get over people. You ain't had to step on me to gain freedom. I'm not the same person I was 5 drinks ago. Banter.
Yeah, because now you're actually tolerable.
Yeah, exactly.
You're not a massive Johnson.
So yeah, some cool lyrics. Like you said, there's because it's still his like self who he is now. I feel like he's more, you know what I mean, just messing about and having a joke sort of thing because he's made it, so it doesn't need to go so serious. But these lyrics I felt like were a bit of his older self. So like those lyrics, I feel like if you went through his older songs, be similar sort of lines.
Okay, so off the back of
besides
that,
the Rich Baby Daddy, whatever, that's his newer
jokes.
self. That's like him now, I think, his vibe.
So does the album feel like it's any sort of old Drake? And if so, why? And if not,
or like
why?
what sort of genre of Drake?
I don't know. Just old Drake.
'Cause
that
I
people
don't
like.
When he starts singing on the songs, that's really old Drake. I think like when he's going about like the heartbreaks and things and talking about like breakups, I think that's quite old Drake. When he's doing like Away From Home, that could be any Drake. Like I think he's always been like that, like 4 p.m. in Calabasas, and like it's just he's always doing like a reflective beat where he's just talking about like what he's doing.
And then you've got the Daddy song.
Yeah, and then you got the ones where he's just having like a little vibe, like Gently, you know, the one with Bad Bunny. It's just him now, like one dance vibe, isn't it? Like I feel like he's kind of made it. He's just kicking back. Because like you said, do you feel like he would ever be the old Drake? Does he need to? Because when we talked about all the other rappers, I don't think any rapper would be them old self. I don't think they'd ever want to. If I spoke to me, isn't it? If I ever went through to his stage, would you want to be like?
Imagine if you went back to fucking, what was it, Paradise or something like that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tropical Paradise.
Imagine you went back to that. You'd be like, what the fuck am I doing?
But it's like, even like you said with NF, even he's got quite humble lyrics and reflective. I still think he has an FU attitude now. But he still had it back then. He doesn't care what people think. But he's, I don't know, since he's got a kid now, I feel like he's, like with Drake, he's got his child, like that's his priority.
Logic,
fuck
child,
everyone.
Priority.
Yeah, fuck everyone else.
Child, priority.
Yeah, because it would be, wouldn't it?
Everybody, yeah.
If you become a dad, like, it will just show, like, your priorities will go to that, and then it's like, okay, yeah, fuck it. It's not that deep, is it?
Fuck it.
It's like Machine Gun Kelly, though. I think he had a child whilst he was still hungry, but because the way how the industry probably treated him as well, it's made him a lot more FU.
And because he fucked himself.
Yeah, like, I don't know, yeah, but like, as he was coming up, like, the hunger for him, I thought was really good. And then obviously as I don't know, you wouldn't be able to expect someone to like Eminem. You can't expect him to go back to his old songs. No, I think he'd get cancelled.
Definitely. I'm surprised he hasn't been cancelled now for his old stuff, to be honest.
So I appreciate like he's trying to touch on aspects to like obviously give what the people want, but you've got to accept that this is who he is now.
Yeah.
It's like 50 Cent, you can't expect him to go around gangbanging.
Why not?
Because like, you know what I mean? It's
why not?
So yeah.
Right. So you're going to rank everything.
This is going to be...
And then I'll
so
have a
hard.
look and just see what questions I had and what else I need to ask, because my phone's all the way over there.
Yeah. So this is the last thing we're doing the album? So overall, actually...
So rank your albums.
And then we'll rank...
I'll ask any questions I have left.
Yeah.
And then we'll move forward. So
Okay.
go from worst to best, because I think it's easier to go down your list and pick out which one you think was the worst rather than go from best to worst.
This is going to be hard because I'm going to have to sit here looking at like a...
This is why I said have a look at it before we started.
Okay, no, let's do like a tally next to it then.
Right.
So we do like one bar like this, and then we can just keep going, yeah? So I think it's worst is honestly Nevermind. Yeah.
Honestly.
Even if you haven't checked out all his
Nevermind.
projects, do you think... I think it's grown on people,
right,
but
yeah, but
personally not
it
for
was
me.
it was like when Lil Yachty was like, he does some good music, and then that one album, and I put it on, and I was like, what the fuck is this? This ain't fucking like Lil Yachty. It was like alternative stuff. And I was like, what is this? And that was my initial thought of that Drake one. It's like Stormzy did an album, didn't he?
Yeah.
It was like that, and it was just completely different to everything else. I'm just like, what is this?
Okay. This is going to be so difficult. It's going to be a hot take as well, but let's just rank it for banter. And the next one, I wouldn't say it's worse though. I enjoy all those projects. Honestly, Nevermind was the only one which I probably won't even touch. But the rest I still will probably put in rotation, so I'm just going to say that. But I would say then is Certified Lover Boy.
Right.
Like one of his later ones. There are some bangers on there, but this is where I'm just going to put the project. This is how highly I rank all his old stuff, to be fair. Then it's Dark Lane demo tapes. Then I would probably say it's So Far Gone. Then I would say... this is going to be so difficult. Care Package. Care Package?
Exactly.
Then... Oh, I'm not even going to know how I'm going to rank these afterwards, to be honest. Then Thank Me Later. Am I going to say that?
Yes. Yes, you are.
No, I'm not. I'm back. Fuck that. Then I'm going to say Scorpion. Then I'm going to say More Life. Then I'm going to say What a Time to Be Alive, because I remember playing that. Then I'm going to... Oh, shit. I fucked
Shit
it.
indeed.
Because I said Her Loss. I'm nowhere near putting that up high. Fuck. I think I fucked it.
Well, you carry on. That's going to have to be next, isn't
No,
it?
we're going to start again. Honestly, Nevermind. Certified Lover Boy, Dark Lane demo tapes, Her Loss, Scorpion, Care Package, So Far Gone, More Life, What a Time to Be Alive. Then I'm going to do Thank Me Later. Then I'm going to do For All the Dogs. That's going to come in then. Then I'm going to say Take Care. Then if you're reading this, it's too late. Then Views. Then Nothing Was the Same as his best. God, that was stressful.
Nothing was the same as soon as that album came out, was it?
I think it was the same as that list that I just said.
Exactly. So
He's got way too many projects. It's hard to see that. You need to do like one of those tier lists, didn't they? You know, the
yeah.
blogs.
So saying that, we'll do it on the TikTok. We'll do a little tier list, and it might not be the same as that. If you actually want to sit down and properly think about it,
okay,
list them
make
off,
his own little video.
and then I'll display them on the screen as like 1 to 15, and it'll be a little visual of me with some lights flashing in the background, because jokes, why not?
We'll try it, yeah.
So we'll probably do that, but we might not.
I might have messed up that list. There might be a couple changing, but I do think is best for me still as Nothing Was the Same. Just for
So
when I got it.
check the TikTok and see if there is a video about it, but that will be the proper list, and that is just a rough guide of off the top of your dome. And
yeah, literally just looking at that, it's hard to, because we've got so many, it's hard to just put it in an order, but I would say we're roughly around that sort of era. That era where it was Nothing Was the Same, if you're reading this is too late, Views, that's my favourite era of Drake, to be honest. What?
Carry on.
Because I wouldn't say, I was more into rock as a buddy, so I wasn't really into hip hop. You know what I mean? Until later on, so I would have missed out on the really old Drake. I came into it literally at like Take Care level, so I missed the So Far Gone and Thank Me Later. So it doesn't hit me as much as what some people would.
Sorry about that.
And then for you, you've literally listened to like 3 songs.
Yeah, so his best project for me is that one, because it's the only one I've listened to.
And Nothing Was the Same.
Right, I've got a couple questions off the top of your head, okay? So
Okay.
I'll try and ask them properly.
That's what I think. I'll try my best to answer.
Is he better on his own or with features?
He's better on his own.
Okay.
Do you want me to give an example?
Okay.
Any of his reflective beats, like 4 p.m. in Calabasas, Far Away From Home, anywhere he's just venting, I think he's at his best.
Fair enough. I've asked all the other ones throughout the thing unintentionally,
Okay.
except for one, which is all-time favourite Drake song.
Oh my God. You can't give that to me randomly.
Why not?
Okay. I'm still saying it is. It's with a feature, actually. But
Controversial.
the way how he is... Yeah, exactly. The way how he is in the song basically is him on his own. And Gineco, whatever her name is doing the chorus. And she does right at the start, but it's From Time. Drake From Time.
Okay, whatever that song is.
Still my favourite song from him.
Fair enough.
But there are a few,
I mean...
which I can't think of off the top of my head. I need like all of the projects. I'll probably miss an absolute banger, which I'll get pissed off about not missing out.
100 bands.
Yeah. All of it.
Just
like,
there's 100 bands, isn't there?
But like you said, I think
10
he's
bands.
quite consistent with what he does. I think he'll always come through on a project. There'll always be a song that'll be decent. I want to say of mine, there must be. I don't think I gave it the time of day, really.
Like you with Everybody from Logic.
Yeah.
You just binned it off immediately.
Well, I tried to listen to some.
And Supermarket.
But then that's kind of grown on me now.
Exactly.
But then honestly, never mind.
Do you really
Put
want
it
to
in the same realm as Everybody.
Do you really want to go and listen to it though? Like, do
I
you
can't be
really
asked
want
for
to go back?
Everybody. If you gave me Everybody,
no, I
I'd
meant
come
honestly,
back.
never mind.
Oh, yeah,
do you really want to
yeah.
go back and listen to it, or would you rather listen to his 14 other projects?
Yeah, exactly.
So, swings and roundabouts, people. Swings and roundabouts.
So yeah, is that
Right.
it?
I think so. I don't have anything else to say on the matter.
Overall, what would you
On the
rate
little party.
his album out of 10? Then let's just leave it at that.
What's a 10 and what's a 1?
10 is. Ooh. Okay, 10 is you'll always have it in your rotation for the next year.
And
You'll always
and 1 is I'm
never
never
touch
gonna
it
listen
again.
to again.
Yeah. 10 is you'll always have a song of his for the next year. You'll always be a song from that project. You'll always want to play or put in a playlist or something.
Probably like a 3.
Really?
Yeah, because I don't see myself playing it again after about a week. Because I'll go back to Suicide Boys and all that,
Yeah.
or Logic and NF or whatever.
Okay, so there we go.
as
Kyle.
an-
For
as
all the
an-
dogs, 3 out of 10.
As an
Even though he
album,
said it was decent.
I can give it more. Like you'd say, like I don't know, fucking 7 or 8 out of 10. As like that's what I'd rank it. But
From a first week point of view, then. So initial hype,
right,
day, like
wait.
initial hype week.
So okay, NF Hope.
Okay.
Is a 10 out of 10. Let's say. Yeah.
Still playing it now, so yeah.
Yeah. So that's a 10 out of 10. So from initial listen, okay. Obviously, I like NF a lot more than I like Drake. So I would put this at a 7.
Yeah.
It was a good listen. I enjoyed listening through it, and
Yeah.
I could listen to it more. But because Drake's not one of the artists I spam, essentially, I wouldn't necessarily go back to it that much. If it came on, I wouldn't be sad. I wouldn't skip stuff. But I wouldn't choose to listen to it necessarily. So I'd say about a 7 in that front.
I'd probably say 8, both. 8 initial hype and 8 I'd still play. I'm only going to do, because Far Away From Home I know will always probably come up now.
Right.
I'm treating that song like some of his other ones. So that will always probably be in a mix somewhere. So yeah, it's still going to be around the project will be, but maybe only a handful of the songs.
So just remember, bend your ass over. Let that coochie breathe.
Exactly. That's it,
Honestly,
Reeve.
never mind.
That's what she'll be like.
Exactly. Right, so yeah, nothing else to say on the matter.
Yeah, no, it's
Yeah,
good.
cool.
Reckon
Drake's
check it
album,
out.
go check it out. If you like it, you like it. If you don't, you don't.
Mhm.
Who cares? Honestly, never mind.
Done.
Right.
New music?
We are on to new music, which there is not a lot of this week because, Drake dropped an album, so why would you?
Exactly. So new music that dropped on the 6th of October. Obviously, Drake just ran with it.
Albums and singles.
Yeah. So Wiz Khalifa, Kali Sober, Nines, Crop Circle 3, Paramore, RE, This Is Why, Blink 182, Dance With Me EP, Connor Price, Underdog, Brennan Savage, Stay Strong, Palace, Rabid Dog, Machiavelli God, Bleed For It, and Denzel Curry, Play That Boy Zay, and Chief Pound, Woo.
Sound.
Albums and singles, people. The way how Nines dropped Crop Circle 3 surprised me. I'm not going to lie.
Just got to wait for his little film because he does films for the Crop Circles.
Oh, so good.
Things, so.
Nines
I
is-
didn't even really know.
If you're into UK music, Nines is, I'd recommend.
He's got scraps on a couple of songs as well.
And
which I
Scraps.
heard
both.
about from you like a week ago.
Yeah, both
So,
bangers.
Sound.
You got facts and jokes? You remember them?
Hi, Seb. Yeah, I have, but they're on my phone. My phone's way over there. Right, fact. So I can't remember. The Drake ones weren't exactly great, so I'll skip them. But J. Cole has never had a number one single.
Wow.
He's had number one albums. In fact, I think all of his albums have been number one. But he's never had a number one single. The highest he's had is second. One of them is All My Life.
Right.
Off his last one with Lil Durk, which was a banger, to be honest. I like that song.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Poorly rendition there, but yeah, that one.
Sat on my roof like J. Cole.
Exactly. It's enough there.
But that album is iconic.
Inspiration.
2014 Forest Hills Drive. Check that out by J. Cole.
I don't know what the name is. So.
Yeah. That's his best. Wet Dreams, banger. Yeah, I think that's it.
Joke.
That's mad. It must be a weird timing then. Because he has got bangers. I'm not going to lie. J. Cole. But it must just been whatever big song came out at the time. It must have just been unfortunate timing when he released music.
Right.
Have we got an audience?
Yeah, there's 3 people.
Fantastic.
I'll tell you that in a minute. Right, so just to point out that we are doing live on TikTok for every episode that we record. So if you want early access, then just go on TikTok and you can see basically.
On KylesLifeStyle.
On mine at the moment, on my TikTok, we need to wait until we can get Soul Insights to the proper point.
Yeah.
Right, joke. This is long. You have to pay attention because there's a lot to it, okay? Right. A frog goes to a bank and he's walking up to the counter. He sees that the teller's name is Patricia Wack, so he says, "Miss Wack, I'd like a loan of $50,000 for a vacation." She looks at him in disbelief, and he says, "It's okay, I'm Kermit Jagger, and my dad is Mick Jagger, and he knows the bank manager." This confuses Patty, and she tells him that in order to secure a loan, he's going to need some kind of collateral. With no hesitation, he says, "No problem, this ought to do it," and reaches into his back pocket to pull out a tiny porcelain elephant. The situation is starting to frustrate Patty, so she excuses herself to go consult her manager. When she gets to him, she's a little frustrated and explains to the manager there's a frog that wants his loan, and he says his dad is Mick Jagger, and then he pulls out a tiny porcelain elephant. What is that? The manager looks at her and he says, "It's a knick-knack, paddywhack, give a frog a loan, his old man's a rolling stone."
Wow.
I fucking loved it. I thought it was great, honestly, and you just think, fuck that, isn't that?
All the
you
time.
absolutely hate
as
it.
well. You've got to say these jokes, though, isn't it? So
yeah, exactly.
Give
they're
a
always
frog a
banter,
loan.
aren't they? So I'll just hold that there a minute.
Give a frog a loan. Right, we're done.
Give a frog a bone.
That's your sort of content. You're watching your snuff films. Right.
It's not even a joke.
Sorry.
Yeah, so Drake.
Check it out.
Check it out. See you next time.
Toodaloo.
Thank you for listening to another episode. You can find us on all streaming platforms under the SoulInsights Podcast. Please leave us a rating and review. Check out our socials, X, the SI Index,
TikTok and Instagram,
the Soul Insights Index,
YouTube,
Soul Insights.